Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. I want to have a brief conversation with you about commanders because there's a lot of newer subscribers and maybe some players are going to stumble across this video and find something out about commanders they didn't know that's going to help them in the future. Okay, so it's going to keep it sort of brief and kind of straightforward, nothing fancy or weird, just regular commander things you need to know that will help you. Now, one of the things you have to know is if you don't have 3-star commanders, which you see on the screen, a bunch of 3-star commanders. The commanders, there's 3 different kinds basically, and that will be 1-star, 2-star, or 3-star. Shocker, 3 stars are the best for earning experience. Now, some of the best characters are 1- and 2-star commanders. All right, and I'll show you some of those character commanders that are like that. They look awesome and they're great representatives for your tank, but they're not great for earning, because what happens, the star system is this: 1 star means they earn 100% regular commander experience. Like Rodney that you see right here on the screen. All right, now he's a 3-dimensional commander. Check this out. You can rotate him around like this. We can zoom in on his uniform and check it out if we want. All right, zoom out, what have you. All right, he's a 1-star commander. Now he's 3-dimensional. Next to him is a German 2-dimensional commander, meaning it's just a photo in a file. All right, so this is Otto Carius, a German tank commander. He's a 1-star guy, but obviously I have him in a German tank because he's a German officer. Duh. Okay, now as you saw with Rodney, since he's American, he's in an American tank, and that's how we roll. Okay, now you can do whatever you want. Here's another 3-star. This is Alexandra Samusenko, a Russian tank commander. So she's in a Russian tank, my Su-85I. Now, as a 3-star commander, she earns 30% bonus commander experience, and you can jack this up. If you look on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see in her skills that she has in the dead center of the 3x3 grid, she has the quick learner. That's a 10% bonus. All right, so she's got 30% for her commander skill. We add the quick learner, that's a 10%, and in a tank it has enhanced rations. That makes it 50%, so it's 5, 1 finger for each 10%. So she is what I call a 50% earner. You do her regular tank activity, and she's going to earn her regular commander skill points and a 50% bonus. So I have this in the tanks that I'm using a lot. I want to have this 50% bonus setup if I can when I'm playing long hauls. For example, here's another great long haul commander, and this is Carmilla. She's the commander of my Thresher. Now I use the Thresher when I'm escorting my buddy Iron Knight from Canada. Now he's a terrific artillery player, so when he plays artillery, instead of me playing artillery, I'll play Thresher, and I'm going to be one of his wing side guardians. All right, so in this tank, it's a tremendous defensive tank, and so I can defend him quite well, and I'm going to earn 50% in those matches in this tank on this commander. This is the key. All right, that's my 50% earner. Let me show you some other ones. This is another one. Well, actually, not him. He is another 50% earner, but so these are some different ones. This is my Vic Rattlehead. He is the Megadeth commander in my Megadeth Peace Cells tank. That's why you see that one. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my second pirate skeleton. The heck is he at? Now this one's a real important one here. This is my 38H commander, Nazi Zombie. All right, they call him Ravenous Rolf because Nazi Zombie is from Call of Duty. But look at him. This is a zombie. And so just because of the mode from the original Call of Duty World at War game that my son played a lot, he played the Nazi Zombies game mode. It was awesome. So I call him Nazi Zombie. So where in the heck is my guy? You're killing me. You have some other great ones that I saw here. I'll get back to those. There we go. Sexton Artillery. Now this is another one of my long haul operation commanders. 3 stars, 30%, 10% for quick learner, 10% for the enhanced ration. So he's a 50% earner. Now the reason this one is really good for long hauls is that it has a 181 silver bonus, which means if it's 100, it means you earn regular amount. So anything above 100 is the bonus. So I have an 81% silver bonus. This guy earns up to 100,000 silver a game. If you have a monster game, 10, 11, 12 kills, 100 grand, all right? So this guy is killing it in my commander earnings as a 50% commander. You know, now this one is another special one, Astron Rex. This is the Krampus commander, hideous monster. Oh, look, this thing is hideous, okay? It came in the, what do you call it, Ultimate Season Pass with the Astron Rex, which is an awesome Tier 8 medium tank with a 5-shot autoloader. And it's a 50% commander bonus tank, which is awesome because when I add the 50% Krampus bonus, much like the Nazi Zombie, who's also a 50% bonus tank in the 38H, these guys earn 100% bonus. So they earn twice the normal amount of a regular 1-star commander, okay, with no bonuses. So these are killer. And so what this means, when you deconstruct the whole thing, what this means is you want 3-star commanders in the tanks you're going to play for an operation, for example. Like right now, I'm working on the Steven and XM66F Halloween tank, and so I'm using the 50% bonus commanders. All right, let me show you this. Now I have quite a few of these. It's crazy. So here I'm going to go on my Xbox. I hit Y to bring up this. On PlayStation, it would be triangle. So I want to show you this commander that I have here in my Russian Su-85. Where in the heck is that? Because I'm blind. That's where it is. It's Alexandra. All right. She's in my Su-85I. Now the reason I have that is because the Steven and tank operation in the early stages is Tier 5 and above. So she's in a Tier 5 tier preferential tank, which is the Su-85I. It means it plays Tier 5s and above, which is, only one stage above. So Tier 5s and Tier 6s. The top match you'll find yourself in that tank is a Tier 6 match. Okay, so you'll go a little bit faster. The lower the tier, the faster they tend to end, is the key part. So she's a 30%, and 10% for the quick learner, 10% for the enhanced rations. So that's a 50% earner bonus every game, and I'm doing that for the challenge contract to earn the tank. So I'm earning bonus commander's points. I'm working on going forward through the earn operation to get the free tank for Halloween. I'm also getting long haul progress here. Okay, so I have, all these things going on at the same time. Building a commander, working on getting a tank for free, and building points for my long haul to get a free war chest. Woohoo! Now, earlier today, before I got my final chest, she was also helping with the earn 1,000 points, earn the celebration war chest. So I was doing 4 things with her. All right, specific things in the tank she was in. This is how you use your brain to put as many items simultaneously working for you instead of going, well, let me go over here and earn commander points. Oh, let me go over here and work on a long haul. Oh, let me play these matches for the celebration. You see, you're spreading yourself out. You're making, for every 10 points of each one of those three things I was talking about, one here, and one here, I just did 10 and got all three, progress potentially. I had the opportunity to get all three of those completed in each match. So in 10 matches, I could theoretically get 10 points or 10 game results that advance me towards what I'm doing. Now, you don't get it every time, but I'm just giving you the idea. I'm condensing three different avenues into one avenue, and so I could play 30 games with her in this tank doing the same exact thing. All right? That's the key about using your commanders wisely. Now, let's go and look through some of these guys and just look at some of the characters, that we have. Like I mentioned, the Vic Rattlehead. He's in my Peace Cells because he's a Megadeth commander and it's a Megadeth song tank. Teeth Breaker, or as I call it, Teeth Breaker. This is a Warhammer. He's a Warhammer orc. All right. Now, granted, the best characters are 3D. This is my Weasel commander. This is Coach Mike Ditka. And if you're old enough to know who Coach Mike Ditka is, you understand exactly why I have him. I changed his name. His name is Klimov, and he's a Polish tank commander. But when I saw this guy with his mustache and his aviator-style sunglasses, that's Coach Ditka right there. I'm sorry. It's like if you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, go ask your father. Your father would surely know who Coach Ditka is. Or some relative who's over the age of 40 will understand who Coach Ditka is. All right? So he's a great character for me. Now, this is another great character. This goes to the Halloween tank, the Pharaoh's Fury. And I changed his name. He's the Curse of Imhotep. All right? Now, if you haven't seen the movie from 1999, The Mummy, and then the sequel, The Mummy Returns, I highly recommend that you do so. Talk to your parents if you need to find out more about this, if you're younger. Killer movies, but Imhotep speaks for itself. This is the commander for my Ignis, which is another Warhammer tank. So he is the commander of that, and he has a booming voice. Very cool commander. Another great character here from one of the Season Pass Ultimates is Liana. Now, she is a Romanish gladiator, and so she has a slight Italian accent, which is fantastic. Two great commanders here. Lemmy from Motorhead, The Ace of Spades. If you don't know that song, Google The Ace of Spades, Motorhead. Trust me, you won't be sorry if you like any metal at all. Now, this is also a Motorhead character, Warpig. And as you can see on the back, and this is where you can make use of the zoom function, he's wearing a Motorhead leather jacket because he's a Motorhead character. This is another great character, the Desert Fox himself, and I customed his name. And so instead of Desert Fox Daniels, he's Desert Fox Stormer. And this tells me he goes in my Stormer tank. This is another great German commander we got, and he is a 3-star commander as well, but he's got the whole, German infantry set up with the rain slicker, etc. But killer. This is Mary the Mechanic. I renamed her for she goes in my STRF, which is a rocket sniper tank. But she's the takeoff from the 40s ad, Rosie the Riveter. If you don't know about Rosie the Riveter, talk to your grandparents. They'll have info on this. All right? So let's go backwards and see some other cool characters. This is one of my, this is my Cold War pirate captain skeleton. Terrific commander, great voice that they added. It's fantastic. Here we have, a terrific fireman commander. Another great character. Oh, I see. I forgot. I'm stuck on the 8s. This is back to the main page. Two-dimensional. This is in my Alpine Tiger, Chinese soldier, 2-star. Good uniform, very, very cool. So there's another character here, Beast Raban. He was from that Dune. So, just some stuff like that. I'll see if there's anything else that's... Oh, this is Vokytech. Now, this was a Polish circus bear. And his name is Vokytech. The reason we know his name is Vokytech is because there was a Polish tennis player back in the 70s, and my dad was a big tennis guy. And so they're like, he showed up, and they're like, we don't know how to pronounce his name. So the announcers learned over time how to pronounce his name. And it's not Wojtek, it's Vokytech. That's how the Polish pronounce this name. So just a little bonus lesson there. But he was a circus bear that helped in the Polish World War II effort. And we Googled it, and it was really cool. My son and I checked it out. I was like, dude, that was awesome. So he's in my Vokytech Panther, which you see right there. These are just regular stuff. This, of course, there's a 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional Arnold Schwarzenegger with the real Arnold voice. Totally awesome. It was a free earn. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. Now, this is the 2-dimensional version of the Rob Zombie Commander. Pretty cool, but he doesn't have a special voice. Okay, but it's a good-looking image. So we have, what else? We have some other ones, that are really cool. General Pershing. Well, he's in my Freedom tank, which is a Pershing, actually it's a Super Pershing tank. So there's a great matchup there. Unfortunately, he's only a 2-dimensional commander, but, you make do with what you have. 3-dimensional Chinese commander, fantastic looking. I mean, just look at this armor. The armor details are just killer. Another Ultimate Season Pass guy. This is the Rob Zombie Commander. He looks terrific, and he's going to be great when I put him in a Halloween tank, all right? Because this guy looks messed up. He looks like he belongs in a Halloween tank, you freak. But that's, he's a character. He's a 3-star earner. I don't really need him to earn 3 stars. I use it on other tanks. So he's a character. This is another great character. He's in my Challenger 2 with a maximum commander setup, so he doesn't have to worry about earning, to advance himself. He's maxed out. And that's George Sandman Harding, another Ultimate Season Pass commander from, the battles of North Africa. Super fantastic. Just a great job on this commander. All right, just looks fantastic. Again, this is another one. This is Lucky. He's a D-Day 1944 American soldier with a BAR, which has a 10-shot, I think it's a 20-shot magazine. But he is, D-Day, June 6th, 1944, that kind of a deal. My hot girl speaks for herself. She just looks fantastic. All right, killer stuff. So, the one weakness of these commanders is that there's not a button you can push to play a random phrase from the commander. I don't know what they were thinking, because Arnold has terrific phrases. Some of them are based upon things that he said in a movie. He can't say the line because that's a, copyright infringement, but he can say a line that's similar to that, but different, so that you know what the line is, but it's not exactly that, so it's not infringing, and it's, that it's just killer. Unless you hate Arnold Schwarzenegger, then, it's still killer, but you would hate him, as opposed to those of us who's like, he doesn't say some of those movie lines, but, I'll be back. Things of that nature. That's what he does. If you like Arnold, it's great. If you don't like him, well, no big deal. Others, this is a two-dimensional commander. He's the singer from the band Sabaton, which is a Swedish metal band. My son is big into that band. This is Claude. He's a Frenchie commander, and so I have him in one of my Frenchie tanks. Look at the details on this uniform costume is fantastic. The vest and the backpack and the patch, the French patch on his arm. Of course, his beret is killer. So Claude is fantastic. This is a Vokytech bear again, but he's in my TANK, which is kind of a circus-looking tank. Unfortunately, in my Leclerc tank, I only have a two-dimensional Leclerc, so I have him there. Again, just because it's his namesake. So I have my Pershing in the Pershing tank, and I have my Leclerc in a Leclerc tank, because that's the way we roll. Killer Japanese commander. Just absolutely killer. Ultimate season pass again. I don't know how he gets in a tank with that banner on his back, but yeah, whatever. The only thing I would have done is I would have had the option where you could take his helmet off. Like you could see the Chinese commander, he wasn't wearing a helmet. If you could remove the helmet or put it on, that would be a nice little bonus. I don't know why they didn't think of that. But, whatever. This is in my Lycan Halloween tank. The werewolf speaks for itself. All right? So, basic stuff like that. I think we pretty much covered it. This was a great one. When I got the Girls in Panzer tank, I thought when I got this girl from this season, it was like, yeah, I'll put her in there. She's a metal, a goth metal chick. So I put her in that tank because it's Girls in Panzers is a cartoon that I've never watched. It's a Japanese anime. But I thought, I have a girl commander that she's a perfect fit. She doesn't really fit anywhere else. So I thought that'd be fine. It's just random stuff. My Excalibur tank has, of course, King Arthur. It speaks for itself. Now, I don't have the Santa Claus tank. If I did, I'd consider sticking him in it. But I have the Blitzen, which is a Christmas theme, so he's in there close enough. We already covered the Lemmy, etc. Nothing else super. Okay, now, this is another commander. This is essentially based upon the Frankenstein novel. He doesn't look like, the movie Frankenstein, which you would call the Universal Pictures version. He's a different iteration of the Frankenstein monster. He goes or will go in the creature tank for Halloween because the creature tank looks like it's Frankensteinish with the sutures and what have you, so he goes in there. So again, we have some more guys. There's a Japanese commander girl with this killer vest. There's a male counterpart as well. Speaks for himself. General Patton. He's in my Fury Sherman. That uniform is fantastic. He's got his 3rd Armored Division patch on his jacket. He's got the pearl-handled Colt 45 revolvers. Fantastic. The riding crop. That's so he can beat people who are stupid, as they deserve to be beaten. It's George Patton. What can you say, sir? But it's fantastic. This is another one of my killer characters. This guy is in my T-41E1, which is a maxed out commander in that tank, and it's an awesome light tank. But this guy is an absolute killer character, and that's why he's there. So, this is one of my British commanders, Albert Moore. Just looks fantastic. This guy just looks British, because he is. But, he looks the part, all right? So, boom, put him in the Snakebite. Snakebite is a killer tank, and that guy looks fantastic. This guy's another one that looks fantastic. Julian Moser. So, just to give you a sample here, I got one more. I got to show you this one. The Grim Reaper. This guy is fantastic. He's in my Death Chariot, which is a Halloween tank. It's awesome. I can't wait to play this in Halloween mode again. It's just fantastic. So this gives you the basic rundown on commanders and lets you see what's available and, you know, kind of give you an outline of how to use them, what have you. So I want to thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got to see some of these guys, how cool they are. Now I have some other ones, explanations of things, what have you. If you have a question about these commanders, if there's something that you thought I missed that I should explain to you, leave a question in the comments so I can answer it for you. I mean, I wasn't trying to take like 3 hours to cover commanders. I wanted to, you know, make this short. I hope it's shortish. I don't know how long it is. I was just gone on a roll and just went a little bit longer, perhaps, than I was anticipating. But I wanted to cover the basics. So if you have questions, by all means ask me. I'll be glad to help you out and explain to you whatever it is you need to know about your commanders, how to earn stuff, etc., etc. So that's basically the end of the video. I want to thank you again for watching. Hope to see you guys in another video. And as always, like and subscribe.